Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Your girl finally bought a ring light, so I thought, in celebration of finally buying a ring light, let's do a makeup tutorial. I'm gonna keep it simple today for my first makeup tutorial back in a hot friggin' minute, and we're just gonna do a simple makeup look using all of the products I have been loving lately. In 2022, I really didn't mix it up that much. We kind of kept it streamlined of a lot of Merit products. You guys know the NYX Concealer Serum, absolutely love it, and I still love and adore and often use those products, but I have shifted. I have new favorites. I am in the mood to be a little bit more glamorous. I feel like a phoenix rising, if I'm being honest. It does sound dramatic, but this past year has been hell on earth. I am going through it. I am still very much in it, but I just want to be fabulous. I just feel something inside me. When you feel like something good is going to happen and you need to meet that vibration, that's kind of where I'm at. So let's get into it. I used my NuFace device this morning. So I took my Neutrogena alcohol-free toner on a reusable cotton round, and I just took the nighttime skincare routine that was still on my face from last night, wiped it off, used my Peter Thomas Roth cucumber face mask as a conductor for the microcurrent. Guys, I have to say, I got Botox once, which you all know about if you watched my vlog, and I haven't gotten Botox since. There is no Botox left in my forehead. It has left the building. I have full mobility. But let me tell you something, the NuFace really tightens my skin, really tightens the muscles of my face. I don't feel like I really need Botox anymore. If you know nothing about it, I'll link a video up here. And that is where we are starting today. I'm gonna pull the hair back and say a prayer to the Lord that I don't get makeup all over this cream cardigan. I don't know why, I always wear white when doing a makeup routine. So in today's video, I'm obviously gonna be talking about my favorite makeup products, but I'm also gonna be showing you my favorite makeup techniques. I really do think that they make all the difference. I kind of have it down to a science. I'm not a scientist, but I play with makeup often. So rehydrate my skin because I did wash my face quite a while ago and it feels tight. And you know when it just feels tight and dry. This is a rose facial mist, and I gotta be honest, don't hate me. When I tried it for the first time, I really didn't like it, but then I don't know what it is. I feel like with facial sprays, my skin gets used to it, and then I end up liking it. So now I love it, and I'm pissed because I dumped the rest of it. Didn't like the pump that it had on it, so I put it in a little travel spray. I'll try to figure out what it is and put it down below, but it's nice. So I'm just rehydrating my face. Now, I'm not leaving the home. I'm literally gonna do this makeup routine and work out because I got the flu this week and my period, and I haven't moved my body. And so I wanna move my body. But typically in the morning, I would use my Murad SPF 30 Perfecting Day Cream. You guys have seen it a bajillion times here on my channel. And since I'm not using that today, this is what I would use at night. So my routine does vary a little bit. In the daytime, I always wear SPF, but at night, it's not the night, but I'm not wearing this outside of the home. So I'm gonna use my Tatcha water cream. You guys know the deal. And I like to apply my SPF or my lotion while my facial mist is still a little damp on the skin. It's like hydrating, but it's not like heavy on the skin. And of course, bring whatever it is you're putting on your face down your neck. I think the trick to any makeup routine is to let products sink into your skin before moving on to the next step, whether that's skincare, whether that's makeup. I just think it really lets everything settle and not look so cakey or bunchy, and it just leaves the finish looking really natural and really beautiful. I really like Charlotte Tilbury's Cryo Recovery Eye Cream, and I really enjoy this one under makeup. I don't use the metal thing to apply it on my eye. It's just not my vibe. I like to use my fingers, so this is where we're at. Apply that to the eye skin and really focus it over here, because I have a lot of fine lines in this area, and I also feel adding hydration in this area will add a natural highlight, because I like a highlight, but I'm not a highlight queen. I like a natural highlight that has formed thanks to my skincare. I'm gonna give that a little bit to settle in, sip my coffee, take your time. We're not in a rush here. We're hanging out, we're chilling. For foundation, this has been my lady for quite a long time now, and I know a lot of people have very mixed feelings on this. A lot of people say this shows the texture in their skin, this shows fine lines, but I'm gonna show you how to make it work. Say if you do own it and you don't like it, try this trick. I'm gonna take a pump of this on the back of your hand. I'm gonna literally let it sit here for a good 2-3 minutes, and the warmth of my skin is gonna warm up the foundation, cause the formula to become a little bit more liquidy. The thinner the formula is on your foundation, the more forgiving it will be, and the more it will sink into your skin and not sit on top of your skin, sit on top of texture. And while that sits, again, I'm gonna pray I don't get this all over me. It's most likely inevitable. But I'm gonna grab my favorite lip balm. I don't think you can find this, but I haven't looked online. Mike and I got this in Venice when we were on our honeymoon. Well, we didn't get it. It was in the hotel room in Venice in Italy on our honeymoon. I took it and it's so freaking good and I really, really enjoy it. So use whatever lip balm you got, but apply lip balm in the beginning of your makeup routine because it's gonna plump up the lips, it's gonna make them look juicy, and your lip look is just gonna look exponentially better at the end of the day. Okay, and if you see me looking off to the side, it's because I'm creating a short, International Women's Day with Yensa, which I hope that they put it up. I don't really know. But yeah, so if I look to the side, it's because I'm trying to do a shorts and a YouTube. We're just multi-contenting here. But you know what? Like I said, I feel like good things are coming my way. I need to just stay on top of the content creating and just keep it going. But can you see how this has just really warmed up in the last couple minutes? Will work with any foundation that you have, not just the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin. Did I say what this was? Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin. I am in the shade For Neutral. Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection number 7 brush. It has a foundation side and a concealer side. I'm gonna use the foundation side to pick up the foundation on the back of my hand, like so, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna move over to a different section of my hand and kind of just like work that into the brush. This way, it's not adding too much makeup to the skin. And it just like gives the most beautiful light. It looks so silky, so delicious on the skin. I really, really like this foundation. Make it work for you. Everyone has different skin. If you're new here, I have dry textured skin, very dry, like Sahara Desert dry. But you know, you make things work by playing around with them, changing up the texture like we just did with this. And that's what the finish looks like. You know, it's light coverage. I didn't apply a lot. If you need a little bit more, go in and add a little bit more. But I really want this to look natural. I've been really into the natural makeup, you know, get in, get out, get on with the day. I just want to look like myself, but like a better version. I do a similar thing with my concealer. I'm not gonna let this warm up for too long though, but I put the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer on the back of my hand. I'm in the shade Cotton. I just like to pick it up with the brush. If you're someone that has a lot of fine lines under your eyes or textured skin under your eyes, picking it up with the brush and then laying it down on your skin is going to, again, add less product and cause less texture to appear, less fine lines to appear. Really give it a try. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, what are you doing? I have a Tip Tuesday every week and I share a lot of textured skin hacks. I'm gonna use the other side of that same brush, pick it up, pat it into the skin. And I'm gonna use that to just brighten up the center of my face. Bring it down the nose, along the mouth. If you want your mouth to look a little bit more voluptuous, plump, add a bit right here. Because as we get older, our creases of our mouth, like the corner of our mouth, extends and it also drops down. So by adding a little light there, it's gonna lift the mouth. Make sure you get the inner corner. When we think of dark circles, we tend to think of dark circles just right here, but it's really like in here. You could just create a V right in this corner. I think that would do the most for your dark circles. I'm gonna take my foundation brush and I'm just gonna pat. Just go back in and I'm just patting, especially where the concealer and the foundation are together. Work it into the skin more to just like, look at that. It just looks so nice. Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, you know, this, I have not found anything better than this still. I have a long lasting setting spray that we're gonna talk about in a little bit, but this is still like my go-to hydrating setting spray. And I'm gonna let this just like sink into the skin. My new lover, Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. Guys, when I tell you that I have not fallen in love with a makeup product like this in such a long time, I am not kidding. This is so good. I love that it has a cream contour and a powder bronzer, and it has this little protective shield over the cream so that the powder doesn't get into it. Genius. Okay. Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I just love the shape of this, density of it. So I sculpted this half. Can you see how beautiful that sculpts? But it's like subtle and it's very natural. Narrowing the forehead just a little bit. I'm sculpting the jawline. That's my cheekbone. So the cheekbone. Now I'm sculpting the jawline. And then I'm taking a bit and I'm pulling it out like this. Just to lift the eye. The concealer wedged between the two contour, the contour here and the contour there, lifts the entire eye. And this is a really good tip if you're someone that doesn't like to apply any eyeshadow, any wing. Like, just doing this adds a little bit of depth to your eye, makes you look more awake and alive. And I'm stamping this into the skin. You don't want to swipe because swiping will move the foundation underneath it. So I'm just pushing and pressing it into the skin. And I'm gonna put it over bump of my nose. You don't need to do this, but if you have a bump and you want to bring it back, throw a little contour on it. I'm gonna take the brush and pinch it, and I'm just gonna put it on the sides of my nose to do the shoddiest nose contour job ever. And then again, I want to lift this eye as well. Can't have one lifted eye and one unlifted eye. Well, I mean, you could, but I don't, I think that's defeating the purpose of makeup. She's sculpted, literally. That's the shade that I bought in this. So I don't know if I said that, but that's what I got. Let's take the makeup off on the back of my hand because this is typically the part where it ends up on me because I've moved away from the concealer and the foundation and I just forget about it. And so I forget that it's on my hand. But so now I think we're safe now, but you never know. Okay, let me just tell you that when I say no one does cream blush quite like Merit, I'm not kidding. So Merit came out with new shades and this new packaging, which I love gold. Gold and pink, my two favorite colors. So I have two shades here. I have Persimmon, which is this beautiful like burnt orange shade that looks delicious on the skin, okay? Delicious. I've used it in a couple shorts. I've used it in a ton of shorts, honestly. So check it out. However, I'm not gonna use this one. I'll put a swatch of the two shades right here. I'm gonna use this one. This is Stockholm and it is the most delicious. Like, this is the shade color of the moment. Like, this is the blush shade of the moment, a light pink that just looks freaking delicious. I left my favorite blush brush that is discontinued at work. When I got the flu this week, I didn't get a chance to go back and get my makeup that I sit there all week. If you wanna see what's in my work makeup bag, let a girl know and I will upload that for you. Picking her up, and I'm stamping her onto the cheekbone, and I kind of keep this relatively high on the cheek. This is normally where someone would put highlighter, except not me because I don't really fucks with highlighter anymore. But I'm also putting it into the crease and kind of doing like a C shape. Can you see that? And then I'm gonna put a little bit on the nose just because I feel like that's cute. I will say, this brush doesn't apply as much pigment as the other brush that I have because that brush is like a little bit denser. So this works, but it doesn't work as well. I prefer a brush like this, like something denser for cream blush. Actually, it looks nice. We're good, we're good, we're good. All right, my chickadees, y'all know, okay? Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I have the Givenchy Prism Libre, whatever it's called, that I have not opened, and I literally received that in PR, like when it first came out, and I know it is all the rage on TikTok. It may be all the rage, and I may become obsessed with it, but let me tell you something. When I tell you, as a sustainable woman, at least that's what I'm trying to be, Laura Mercier is the best, and I always will come back to her. I have a smaller little travel size guy that I just love. I love her so much, she's so cute. And I'm gonna use a powder puff. This one is from Tatcha Beauty, which is discontinued, but you can use any freaking powder puff that you could possibly get your hand on. I'm gonna go back in with my concealer brush. This is very important, muy importante. And I'm just gonna, oh, I got an eye booger. Y'all didn't even tell me. And I'm just gonna pat, pat, pat. Take out any of the concealer that has moved into my fine lines. Oh, duh. And I'm also gonna do this. I'm gonna take my foundation brush and I'm gonna go around the blush just to better blend the two together because like I said, we like a natural queen. We're into natural beauty here. Okay, that may change, but as of right now, The skin is having its moment for me. If you watch my vlogs, you will know that my father passed away in January, and I can't handle a lot of eye makeup. I can't, because I get really sad out of nowhere, and then my makeup falls down my face. And so I'm having a skin perfecting moment. I'm in my skin awakening era. So I'm all about the juicy skin right now, okay? But we'll get back to eyes. We will. Picking up my powder with my little guy. I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna pat. Look at that, look at that. Delicious. I'm taking out the creases on my lid before setting it. Ooh, I got a fuzzy somewhere. Oh, I hate that, it feels like a cat hair. Back into my Tatcha, she's Sculpted. The cream, no, that's not cream. The powder bronzer. On this brush that literally sheds all over me, but I love the shape and I love how it applies things. Whenever I use this, I need to check the mirror and make sure, you know, I don't have fuzzies hanging off my face, because it will literally look like I have a chest hair growing out of my face. But it's my brush, it's not me, for once. I'm patting this into the skin and I'm patting it over where I applied that contour, but a little bit more liberally. Like, I'm not being so precise with the placement, because this isn't a shadow, this is creating warmth. That's the difference between contour and bronzer. Beauteous. I love my Gucci brow pencil. However, I fell back in love with this guy. This is the Joah Precision Brow Pencil. I use the shade Brunette. Oh, here's a hair hanging out of my eyeball. Hello, can you come out? There we go. Here's another hair. Yeah, I need to stop using this brush. Oh, and that's an actual hair. I should pluck that. Okay, I'm gonna brush my brows down, fill them in. Not too crazy though. I'm gonna just try and focus on the areas that are sparse, because I want it to look natural. So I shaped the tail, and now I'm just gonna draw a line, like a thick line on the bottom, and then I'm gonna take my spoolie and just work that into the front of the brow. I struggle to fill in the front of my brows, guys. Like, sometimes they look really nuts, and this brow here is more full than this one. So I find that just like drawing a line and then maybe like a couple hair strokes like that is really all that the doctor called for. Is that even a saying that I just made up? I don't know. Who's talking to me? I don't know who that is. Pizza? Something about pizza. Guys, I can't look at pizza for the longest time. Actually, we went to a pizza place last night, but let me tell you something. I didn't have even a bite of pizza, because when I got the flu, I actually got like the stomach flu. And the night that I got sick, I went out to get pizza with two friends. Me and that pizza, let me tell you something, got reacquainted in the wee hours of the morning. And so I'm out on pizza for a very long time. Thankfully, I'm more of a pasta girl than a pizza girl, so it's not like life ruining or life shattering, but I know like my husband would be so upset because he's such a pizza lover, and my sister too. Big pizza lovers, the two of them. It ain't me. It's been a rough year for me. Cannot lie. I'm not lying. Embracing the toughness that is my life at the current moment. I really haven't been doing eye makeup. I'm gonna try and do something today that is like cry proof for those of you who may be in a similar situation or just having a hard time, you know, or maybe you're going to an event and you happen to stumble upon this video and you know you may be emotional, like a wedding or something like that. Could be happy emotional, doesn't need to be sad emotional. Danessa Myricks Color Fix Matte. This is in the shade Exposed. So I put it on the back of my hand and I'm gonna take a small floofy brush. This is from Jaclyn. I'm gonna pick it up just like a little bit on the back of my hand, and then you guessed it, I'm gonna move over here and really work it into the brush. And I just am working this into the crease. And then when I have enough pigmentation dispersed, can you see how I'm like pulling this into a cat eye? And also you can use the warmth of your finger to shape that if you pull it down a little bit too much and soften the edges. You can use your fingers to blend, okay? And then when I don't have anything left over on the brush, or if you feel like there's still a little bit left over and you wanna take it off, use the back of your hand, hello. And then I'm gonna go in towards the nose, and I'm adding a little bit underneath to connect it, just like that. Pretty. It's a really pretty color. And I'm not gonna bring it in all the way. I'm gonna bring it right to where my pupil starts. And I did leave this bare. Can you see how I left that bare? Because I don't want that to be dark. I'm gonna add like a little shimmer there to bring a little bit of life to the inner corner. Moving on. Oh wait, I'm gonna take this off first because, you know, this is as good as it's gonna get. I mean, makeup is meant to be fun. It doesn't need to be perfect. They're pretty even, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. I used to really stress about my makeup. I don't stress about my makeup anymore because, sweetie, let me tell you something. Life will throw you lots of shit, and we have bigger fish to fry and bigger things to worry about. So if your eyes aren't that even, it's all right. Single eyeshadow. It's called Nepal. You know, NARS is a great brand. My favorite eyeshadows, honestly, my favorite eyeshadow palettes are the NARS Wanted and the NARS Skin Deep palettes. But NARS likes to play us. We all know this, especially here. And everything is always discontinued and limited edition, which is terrible and bull crap in my humble opinion. But you can find a champagne-y pink shade like this in a palette. I know you can. I have all the faith in you. So I'm gonna pick it up with my finger and I'm just placing it where we didn't put any of that liquid eyeshadow. Can you see how it adds a little bit of light, but also kind of just makes the whole look a little bit more cohesive? Like it just pulls the whole thing together. Underneath my brow bone, I'll put a little bit in between my brows, you know, just a little bit like that. I'll even put some on my Cupid's bow because it's a really pretty color. I can't stop doing this trick. I featured it in a shorts here on my channel. Jaclyn Hill is forever going to influence me. And listen, let me say, Jaclyn Hill is someone that influenced me to get into YouTube, to get into the beauty industry, to learn how to do my makeup. I think she has great technique. She has great tips. And that's where I stand here on my channel. So let's be positive. Let's keep any negativity to ourselves because I'm not about that here. I'm gonna do this trick that Jaclyn taught me via YouTube how to do. And it's gonna look crazy and you're gonna be confused. Volume 2 palette, and I'm gonna grab the shade Certified, which is the first shade in here. As Jaclyn said, it has like a blue hue to it, so it kind of just brightens the inner corner and erases everything. And I'm literally gonna bring it down pretty much my whole nose. Ooh, my whole nose. I'm gonna really load it up. And I'm literally bringing it down the side of my nose. Can you see how alive this eyeball looks? All right, but after we do that, she didn't do this in her video. I'm doing this for me because again, we're all about the natural here. All right, so I'm taking a little bit of powder on my poofy, and now I'm just gonna go like this to like blend it out. Do you see how that kind of made it look a little bit more natural? Kind of like blended it all together so it doesn't look like a beaming light on the side of my nose. You see? It's the nose contour that sends me. It sends me. And my nose is crooked as because I broke it like twice. So I'm about it. My battery's dying. Joy to the world. Let me change my battery. For long-lasting good measure, I'm gonna use this, which I really like this spray, and I gotta say, I hated the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray with a passion. It smells terrible. I really didn't like the Scandinavia one that was long-lasting either. Like, I struggled to find a long-lasting spray that I like. But this drugstore one from Milani is bomb. It smells good. It feels good. It's so freaking good. Fruit Fetish, Make It Last, and it's scented in mango coconut. The trick is to not talk too much, but I can't help myself when I'm filming. So don't talk too much. Try and keep the facial expressions limited. Listen to me, Linda. I have a new mascara, but I'm also gonna mention my OG mascara. She is just my HBIC, okay? Lancome Lash Idol. Amazing. But I gotta say, last night I whipped out a new tube of Bad Gal Bang. This is a trial size. This is from Benefit, and I don't know which one is better. They're both really, really good. But we're gonna use Bad Gal Bang because you guys have seen me use the Lancome one so many times, and nothing has changed. I still use my Tweezermen eyelash curler. However, I bought a new one, and this one just feels like lighter and more agile. And then I like to curl one and then go in with the mascara while it's still curled before it falls. Could use waterproof. I just can't find a waterproof mascara that I like. I like the Lancome Denefacils waterproof one, but it started like flaking all over my face. But like the difference a good mascara makes. Am I right or am I right? Damn, that's a good mascara though, boy. All right, you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit on the bottom. I'm gonna put my Lancome Lashy Doll. I normally wouldn't do this, but she's staring at me like with sad little eyes. My God, I forgot what I looked like with mascara on my lower lashes. Oh yeah, I love this though. Okay, listen, I love my Merit brow gel, but she got left behind at work. So Anastasia, whoa, Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This is just a clear brow gel, and I'm just gonna use her to lift the brows up. Because let me tell you something, yesterday I forewent the brow gel, and by the end of the day, my brow hairs were like this, like friggin' spider legs over my eyeballs. I love Charlotte. Her lip products are amazing amongst many other products, but her lips are definitely the ones that I gravitate towards. And honestly, I think it's because of the packaging. This tube is like so retro, and I don't know what it is. I think I just open my lipstick drawer and I see this and I'm just like, yes, you know, I'm just like, yes, give it to me. So that's what we're doing. And I'm gonna use my Iconic Nude because this is my favorite lip liner. When it comes to her lip liners, I don't love the formula, but I love the colors. I'm more of a MAC formulation kind of gal. So if you've tried MAC lip liner, that's more up my alley. But this color, my favorite MAC is Stripped Down if you're interested. Okay, that's the lip liner on. Honestly, I could just leave the home with this and call it a day, but we're not because we have so much more makeup to play with. I don't wear this shade a lot. I wear Pillow Talk a lot. I don't really wear this one, Pillow Talk Medium, because it's a little too dark, but I'm gonna show you what you can do. I'm gonna show you what you can do with a lipstick that might be a little bit too dark for you. It's pretty. It's not like too dark for me. It's just darker than I prefer. Does that make sense? I like a lighter shade. Why do I feel like there's no lipstick in this tube? Is that like the shortest, chodiest lipstick you've ever seen? Okay, I'm gonna take her. I put her in the center of my lips. Can you see how that just lightened the whole lip? It brought light to the center of my lips. It plumped them a little bit. This is a lip liner, 2 lipstick. This is a 4 product lip, but it, you know, if it ain't 3, it ain't for me. So if it doesn't have 3 lip products in a lip combo, it's not a lip for me. That's just my opinion. I'm extra when it comes to the lips, but ooh, can you see how pretty this is? I love it. This is Pillow Talk. And I think this is just like a topper, plopper, I don't know. Plop her right over where we put the Kim KW, the lighter lipstick. Sweetie. All right, let me go make myself look nice. So BRB. All right, I really didn't do much. I took my clips out and I zhuzhed my hair a little bit, guys, but this is the finished makeup look. If you did enjoy it, leave it a thumbs up. This way I continue to create videos like this. If there's something that you would specifically like to see from me, let me know down below in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions about the products that I used today, about any of the techniques that I did today. And if you could also just do me one favor, can you let me know, do you like it when my makeup tutorials are within my vlogs or separate from my vlogs? Because my channel has really taken a shift recently where I've only been uploading vlogs, but I feel like this is invigorating for me. I really like doing the makeup tutorials. I feel like I'm back and I'm better than ever. Although I'm just telling myself that sometimes you need to fake it till you make it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I had a wonderful time as always, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah.